and the 3rd and 4th graders play for about a half hour per week. My upbringing, I grew up in the Chicago area where we played twice a week with a gentleman that was a graduate of Oberlin and Eastman School and decided to raise his family in Northern Illinois, where Northern Illinois University is. So I happen to be one of the first generation Suzuki students in this country. He was the gentleman that took all the photos of Suzuki. So I wasn't aware of any of that until I was about 30. So a lot of times you don't know what you have when you grow up until you move away. And that was definitely the case with me. He was at our elementary school in the morning, the middle school at lunchtime, and then the high school in the afternoon. The thing that I love about music, my degree is actually in human development and counseling, and I came back to this in my late 30s because I love working with child development and children. The violin is basically a vehicle to teach discipline, excellence. It can make really bad sounds, it can make really good sounds. To get a very good sound, you have to be a scientist, really. And you have to try to work on your bow hold, you have to work on your posture, and you don't really get a good sound just by chance. So the children that are able to put in more time always excel more. There's just no magic, there's no born violinist, there's nobody that's talented other than by putting in the time. So it's kind of a great equalizer. You can have a really high IQ or be the best football player. I was an athlete in college. There's just no magic formula other than putting in the time. So it transfers really greatly to corporate world later if anybody's going to run a company, they know how to break things down. So that's really why I do what I do. So the children have been asking me a lot of questions this morning. So here's what we're going to do. We are playing Chicken on a Fence Post, which is a demonstration of all 4 strings. And the rhythm is Mississippi, Texas, or Tucka Tucka Stop Stop. Dr. Suzuki chose that rhythm because it's the beginning of the violin concerto for 2 violins in Book 4. All of the literature is classical music in the Suzuki method. It's not about the books as much as the philosophy. So we're going to do Chicken on a Fence Post, then Flower Song. You'll notice we have Michael, Ella, and Sydney leading Chicken on a Fence Post. That's because they need to keep their bow speed the same, and everything's very technical, trying to sound like one big violin. So it will be Chicken on a Fence Post, Flower Song, which introduces the F sharp, Monkey Song, and we have a few people that are going to sing the words for that. Tess is going to remind me. And Twinkle Variation A. Then we'll play Lightly Row, French Folk Song, and we're going to end with Twinkle Theme. Okay, so the Twinkle Theme was written by Mozart for his mom. So since Mother's Day is coming up, it's kind of appropriate. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is a tune that everybody knows around the world. So Dr. Suzuki chose that as an educational piece. Most children don't want to hear that sound badly. So they worked very hard to make it sound good because they know the tune from infancy. So without further ado, Michael and Sydney and Ella are going to lead us with Chicken on a Fence Post, and I will do the introduction. Phoebe's going to play with the piano on the rest, so they get 2 measures rest in between every string so that they can think to get to the next string. So thank you for being here.